What's up, YouTube? Today we got some triple jump. It's a little bit wet outside, but Mondays to start the week, we're always going to be doing basically the furthest approach triples that we have worked up to. Right now we're at 10-step approaches. I think next week we're going to start getting to 12 to 14. So we're really close to a full approach jump. My current PR for a 10-step is 46 feet, which is great. But Mondays are my favorite because you basically warm up, do what you're supposed to be doing, and you just get to fucking send it. So I'm finishing up this while I warm up. And then I have a bunch of like some RSI drills, some landing drills, and then we get into the triple jumps. And hopefully by then, 15-20 minutes will go by, this will be starting to hit. I might show y'all the music I listen to while I'm training. I listen to really a lot of stuff, but I'm from Texas. I'm from Fort Worth actually, so I listen to quite a bit of like people from Stephenville. I don't know if from Stephenville got some good country music. I'm listening to Colton Moore right now because it's just a nice, calm, wet day. The sand looks great, and so I'm gonna try and like that vibe until triple jump happens. I might start listening to some harder shit, but today the goal is really just to, now that I understand the form, really bringing in speed, really getting in some good reps, not just kind of in the past, my reps don't get good till the very end. This time around, we're gonna try and already know what we're doing. Like rep is a quality rep. Typically I'll have 8 jumps and I won't have any good ones till like the last 3. So we're trying to have 8 solid to 46-foot jumps, and who knows, maybe an outlier day. But I'll show y'all the warm up. All right, so we're basically warmed up. We still do some like less intense things before we get into triple, like some banded or shirt broad landings, and then some RSI pogos. So a few more things to actually get warm for triple, but we're warm for the workout. Let's get it. On that one, I hope I didn't fucking cut myself. I don't see blood, but look at this, dude. See that? Oh, fucking went right through my foot. Oh my God, it hurts. But all in all, pretty good jump. So we got 2 more of those. We got some RSI. I might check my foot real quick. All right, so we're sitting in the 10 to 10.6 range. The shirt, if I would have got past it, would have been 11. I landed right on the shirt, so not an exact measurement, but we're getting into 10s, the past 10 territory, which is pretty good for a broad. Now we got some high broad to a single leg bound into the pit. This one is really just to focus on timing and handling eccentric force on the way down. I used to get really high on my hop phase, and then I couldn't handle the braking into the second phase. This drill right here helped me a lot, so it's my last rep of each side. I'll show y'all what it is. All right, final things, RSI, then we're getting the triple. All right, so we just got done with a little bit of technique work before we get into the triples. As you see, I did 2 to 3 reps at working on my drop leb, 3 to 4 reps working on my second phase. I just hold it for as far as I can. And then 4 to 6 reps working on my last phase. I've been told I kind of just shoot up in my last phase. It feels good when I do that, but I know I'm losing lots of horizontal momentum. When I do that, I gotta treat it more like a step. So that was kind of the goal with those. Now we're gonna get into our 10-step jumps. The hardest part is really just finding a mark. Either way, I'm gonna jump far, but I might have to go from a 36 board today. Last time I went from the 32 board, I almost went all the way 33 feet in my first 2 phases. So if that's the case today, we'll have to fix that, but let's get it. All right, so this typically happens like the beginning of every session. I always say it's not gonna happen, but it does. I can never find the right spot to put my footing. I start reaching. Now, I'm just gonna look up, stop fucking thinking about where my foot is. Once I hear 10 in my head, I'm just gonna jump. Whether I'm over the board or under the board, I need to get this shit. And I hate wasting a session on just not even trying to get into the pit. That one was really good. It was at that 44 line, or really just slightly past 43. As you can see, I'm just like winging it sometimes. Sometimes if I can't get on the board, I just send it, learn from there. Run up felt pretty decent. I gotta go a half step back. First phase could have been better. I could have ran off the board more, covered a little bit more distance. Second phase wasn't bad. I could try and stay a little bit more 90-90. And then my jump phase, awful. I literally just shot straight up. You'll see like it looks like I'm about to have a big jump, and then I lose like 2 or 3 feet because I'm just going straight up. Instead, I need to just treat it like another step and stay really flat with it. And 46 probably would have been the first jump of the day. But you live, you learn. We got, how many? I only got 1 jump in the pit. We have 6 to 8 total jumps. But I've already spent 2, so I'm gonna count 3 unless I have, you know, I just need to get in the pit today. We just did a run through to get a good 10 steps, I guess, because I just can't fucking figure it out today. If this is a good one, I'm gonna try and keep my run literally this exact same, just 4 like projection strides into 6 fast as I can strides. If that doesn't cover 10 steps, today's fucking stupid. All right, now we're rocking, dude. Now we're fucking rocking. We got right under the 46, but we were a foot off. So that would be a 44.10. Or, yeah, 44.10. So basically a 45. Not bad. Didn't even do a full road jump. So I'm gonna go a shoe back and just fucking full send it. We're gonna measure it, so every time I come, that's where I start and then where I adjust from. But 4 projection strides, 6 just sprinting strides. Once I get jumps in, I start going really fast. So we're gonna go another shoe back, and we're just gonna try and do it as perfectly as we can. We're gonna call it after this next 1 or 2 jumps. I'm taking the liberty of going from the 36 board this time. I'm gonna go 5 feet back from this mark, so I get an extra foot, and there's no reason I shouldn't make it far. Let's see how this goes. This is my first time going from the 36. I feel like I'm kind of graduating from the 32 since I'm getting past 45s. That last jump, I literally got to 47 without going into or 43 without going into the pit. So we're gonna see, man. We're gonna see. All right, final jump. We're just gonna send it, man. I didn't really send it on that last part of the jump. It is a 43. I have basically the thing where if I get past the yellow, it's gonna be a 47, which is pretty deep into the pit. It's about 11 feet. It's the 43 mark. Yeah, man, let's fucking see if we can do it. All in all, I am a little discouraged. Today was a 43 to 40, 46 kind of day. Maybe one of those jumps was 46, but I would say my average for the day was probably 44 to 45.3, just somewhere in there. The furthest jump of the day was about 45.7, which was my very first PR since getting trained with Liam. I would say that's pretty good considering my all-time PR so far training is 46. I'm still been training hard as fuck for 6 weeks, just 3 times a week plyos, lifting twice a week, heavy, sprinting 2 to 3 times a week, if you count triple jump days on top of the acceleration and tempo days. So much volume. I think this is week 8 or 9 of doing literally just fucking going to the track 3 times a week. So the fact that I'm still intact, I feel relatively decent. I jump way fucking further than I ever have. It means a lot. The hardest thing to do is find the perfect run up. Once you do that, you have a decent approach, it genuinely fixes over. It literally is the difference between a 41 and a 44, just like that. Then after that, you're kind of having to focus on checkpoints. And then once you're done focusing on checkpoints, you can just go out and jump. The day I jumped that 46, I didn't think. I literally just fucking sprinted, set 90 active contact float. That was all I thought about. But now I'm trying to add some real ass, let me get out there, you know what I'm saying? Let me get flatter in my 3rd phase, maybe get an extra foot or 2. So this is just a pre-test because I'm still training. Next week I'm completely deloading and just testing. It's just a test day, literally just like a 10-step triple day. So it should be relatively good. We'll see. 36 board, it kind of makes me sad because a 47 does not nearly look as impressive as when you do it on a 32 board. A 47 on a 32 board is literally out there, out here, 3/4 of the pit. A 47 is barely half the pit on a 36-foot board. So hopefully I probably won't graduate from the 36 board until I'm reaching the end, similar to the 32. And then I'll take 4 feet back and just keep on going until one day I'm a 42 board guy. Every jump's around 49 to 53. That would be kind of great. So right now the goal is 15 meters, which is 49, but there's 3 feet that I have to achieve to get that. So before the 49, you got to hit the 47, the 48, the 0.5s before those as well. So right now, 46, operation 50, I'm 4 feet away. Hopefully in the next few weeks, I'll be 2 or 3 feet. I'm going to probably post this as a separate solo lift, and then maybe my test day as a solo lift, and then this lift plus the final test day will be all one video. I'm trying to just post more. It might sound far-fetched, but I genuinely think in 2 years' time, I can add 6 to 7 feet on my jump and maybe do the Olympic trials. I know that sounds stupid, but hear me out. I literally had 30K back in 2021 for dunking. And my improvement went from rim grazers to windmills and knee spays to breaking my back, having to train myself back up for 2 years to windmills, east bays, elbows, double ups, going to dunk camp, dunk contests, and beating some of the guys who are literally black band dunkers. Not because I'm a better dunker, but because I can dunk well. I'm consistent, I was good, and I literally fought through a whole ass broken back. So now, before, I just stopped triple jumping because I wasn't convinced I could be good enough. Now I triple jump because I'm convinced that if I try hard enough, I can be up there with most of the guys. Like I wouldn't say I was the best guy my age. I wouldn't say I was the greatest dunker of all time, but for someone 5'10", football, triple jump background, you also got to realize I only dunked for 5 years. I know that sounds like a long time, but 5 years, and only for about 2 or 3 of them was I actually doing trick dunks. So not to toot my own horn, but as long as I believe in myself, my girl believes in me, my daughter at home hopefully gets inspired by this one day, I have no doubt I can at least attempt the Olympic trials in 2028. And if I stay healthy for 4 more years, by the time I'm 27, or 4 more years after that, so 6 more years from now, by the time I'm 28, I don't see why I can't make the Olympic trials for sure, and possibly make the Olympics. So if I don't make 2028, I have no doubt if I stick with this for 6 whole years, I can make it in 2032. So 6 years of a journey. If you're down to watch me do that, awesome. If you're not, that's completely fine. But right now, operation 50, yep. I'm gonna chop this up so it doesn't seem so choppy. And then just comment, subscribe, tell me what y'all wanna know more about. I'm gonna just start doing random videos too, where I'm yapping about training, maybe with me drawing my day-to-day life and a little bit of my training, like my upper body days, because I don't care too much about those. I might just keep those separate videos where I yap, maybe have a little bit of my triple jump training and dunking in there. Now, as far as dunking, like I said in my other videos, I don't know if I'll keep on dunking, but if I do ever dunk again, it probably won't be to the same level or to the same intensity or focus. I'm genuinely obsessed with triple jump. I think there's no other sport that combines form with athleticism, with explosiveness, with control, all in the same way, other than possibly pole vault. So it's a beautiful art that I want to be an artist at.